Witchcraft and sorcery. I have spoken to you many times about paradise, about the angels and the saints in order to help you. Now I will tell you a few things about hell and the demons, so that you'll know whom we are fighting. I believe this will also be of help to you. A young magician from Tibet came to my calavi and told me many stories about his life. When he was a 3-year-old infant, he was pledged by his father to a group of 30 sorcerers of one of the higher orders in Tibet, so that he could be initiated into the art of magic. Over the years, he attained to the 11th degree of magic, with the 12th being the highest degree. At the age of 16, he left Tibet and went to Sweden to see his father. While there, he chanced upon a very devout Orthodox priest and asked to speak with him. The young man knew nothing about what it meant to be an Orthodox priest. The young magician started showing off some of his powers. In the room where they sat to talk, he called upon an archicon demon, Mina, and told him, "I want some water." Then a glass in the kitchen rose into the air, floated to the sink. The faucet automatically turned on, filling the glass with water. The glass passed through a closed glass door and levitated into the room where they were sitting. The young man then took the glass and drank the water. Then he showed to the priest the entire universe, the sky and the stars as they were sitting in the room. He used the magic of the 4th degree and would have proceeded all the way up to the 11th degree. Then he asked the priest how he felt about all these things. At this point in his narration, the young man confided in me and said, "I was ready to kill the priest if he were to curse Satan." The priest, however, didn't say anything. Then the magician said to the priest, "Why don't you do some signs for me?" The priest answered, "My God is humble," and he took out a cross and gave it to the young man to hold. Then the priest asked the young magician to do some more magic. Once again the young man called upon Mina, the principal demon, but Mina was trembling and didn't dare to come near. He then called on Satan himself, but he too didn't dare to approach the cross. He only told the young man to return to Tibet. Then the young man cursed Satan, saying, "Now I know that your great power is only a great weakness." Following that, the devout priest instructed the young man and told him about Christ, the Holy Land, the Holy Mountain, and so forth. After leaving Sweden, the young man went to Jerusalem, where he saw the Holy Light. Then he went to the United States to condemn Satanism and to help its followers disavow that way of thinking, thus becoming an excellent preacher of God. And from there he came to the Holy Mountain. The benevolent God was gracious to this young man, because he had been wronged from a very young age. Nonetheless, pray for him, because the magicians and demons have now all turned against him. They have even turned against me, since he comes to me for help, so you can imagine how much more they must be attacking him. The priests read prayers of exorcism over him, and his hands start bleeding. The poor child is now being severely tormented by the demons, while earlier at first, when he collaborated with them, the demons had not bothered him. Instead, they had helped him and served him in doing his magic. Please pray for him. He too must be most vigilant, because the gospel contains a very serious warning about the unclean spirit that goes out of a man. Then goeth he and taketh with himself 7 other spirits more wicked than himself, and they enter in and dwell there. And the last state of that man becometh worse than the first.